All right, so Man United and Crystal Palace has just ended 0-0, and I gotta say that is a very frustrating game if you're a United fan like myself, because we dominated the game. I thought we played probably one of our best games in the last month or so. We had a ton of chances. We had very, very good possession. We were, being creative in the final third, and we just could not score anything. Dean Henderson was fantastic in goal for Palace, and I don't know what it is about former United players, but they always turn up against us. I thought Garnacho did great on the left. Ahmed was fantastic on the right, probably my player of the match. I thought Xerxes was great too. He's really good with his link-up play and creating chances in the box. He just somehow always finds a nice little pass that just really pushes us towards the goal and creates a lot of great opportunities, but unfortunately no one could slot it home. We also hit the crossbar 2 times, which was insane. Garnacho and then Kobe Mainu. And just look at our stats at halftime. We had 68% possession. We had an XG of 0.78. We had 9 shots total, 4 shots on target, and 5 big chances, and we just could not score a single one. The second half was a bit more even, I'm not gonna lie. Palace definitely had some good chances. Onana had to do this crazy double save. But we should have scored at least 1 or 2 in the first half to not have as much pressure on us to go and get the game-winning goal in the last seconds of the game. And by us not being clinical in that first half, that opened up the game to Palace, and we could have easily lost this game 1-0. Now look at this, we are number 1 in the Premier League for something. It's not something good, it's big chances missed. We have 17 big chances that we did not finish. Which leads us to a big problem that United has had for a few years now, and it's just the fact that we don't have a natural goal scorer, a pure finisher that's going to get you a minimum of 20, 25 goals a season. We just don't have that. And that is why a couple of seasons ago, I think United should have just splashed the cash for someone like Harry Kane, because that is a guaranteed goal scorer. That's something that we've been needing. Because without someone like him, we're relying on Rashford, who's inconsistent. We're relying on Garnacho, who's super young, so you can't just expect him to just be, a world-class goal scorer right off the bat. Højlund is young, Xerxes is young, Ahmed is young. We don't have any veteran, finishers on our team, and that's a big problem. Because the players that I just mentioned, like Garnacho, Ahmed, Xerxes, Højlund, whatever, they can all get you 10, 15 goals a season, no problem, but we need someone who's going to get 25, 30, 35. And I know a lot of those players can improve, obviously, and I really hope that they're just running a lot of finishing drills at the United training that's going to happen next week, because, man, we have got to be way more clinical. Like I said, 17 big chances missed already in the Premier League. That is insane. A lot of those are game-deciding chances, for example, today we had a lot of big chances that could have got us 3 points, but instead we left Crystal Palace with only 1. And we really needed those points, because look at where we are in the Premier League table right now. We just slipped down to 11th place with a 0 goal difference, 7 points in 5 games. That is not very good. The first place team right now, which is Liverpool, Man City, and Aston Villa, surprisingly, almost have double our points already, and if we don't solve this goal-scoring crisis soon, and, start winning games consistently and dominantly, we are going to slip even further. I would not be surprised if we slip down to, 14th place until we kickstart things, because that's what we always do at United. We always do terrible at the beginning, we pick it up throughout the middle of the season, and then the end of the season tends to not go that great, just like the beginning. I really hope that trend is broken this year. I hope, these are just some rusty games at the beginning of the 2024-25 Premier League season, and we can really, just climb up this table, win a bunch of games, and do so dominantly. Now, our next game is against Spurs at home, so I'm really hoping that Ten Hag can pull off a masterclass, beat Spurs, get the 3 points, and move us up the table, because if we lose that game, it's going to get messy. It is just going to be an absolute nightmare online. If you guys remember last season, every single time United lost a game, people were calling for Ten Hag's head. And the fact that we only have 7 points right now, if we go into this game and lose it, people are going to start asking for Ten Hag's head again. And it's going to create this toxic environment around the club and all the games and all that and the interviews. And I just don't want to go down that road again. Overall, I gotta say, today's game was pretty good. Like, even if you just look at the stats, we had almost 70% possession. We had way more shots. Shots on target was kind of similar, unfortunately, because, like I said, we weren't very clinical, so we're taking shots, but they were not always on target. Our passing was better, possession, everything was better, and we had a dominant game. We just did not win. We just could not find the back of the net. But I do think we played well. Like, this was a very, very good game. We just couldn't get the 3 points. So guys, let me know down below in the comments what you thought about today's game against Crystal Palace. Like I said, I think it was a good game, but we just need to be way more clinical, and I think we should have bought a veteran goal scorer, someone that's, not super old, obviously, like we've done before when we got Ibra and Cavani, but I think Harry Kane would have been the good move a couple of years ago. Because right now we're relying on a pretty young team to just bang in goals left and right and win us games, which I don't think is, a reliable option in order to win games and do well in the Premier League. Let me know what you thought about the game down below.